What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Panish. That was the most
Panish.
professional I've ever sounded in an intro. I like
I agree, and I'm like caught off guard.
it.
I don't know what to do.
I just hit record. There's no warning. I was like, all right.
No.
This week we have Brandee with us.
Hello.
And I guess we could have kept the name It Takes Three if Brandee's gonna keep on coming on with us, but
Picking a name is hard.
I like the picking a name is hard better.
I like that.
Brandee thought it was like something about Peter Pan.
Oh. I'm just glad nobody thinks it's about like sexuality.
Dude, time out. What? Who said that?
No, I'm saying I'm glad no one says like pansexual. No, I'm glad people aren't like, oh, is that what y'all are?
Right.
I know we're not.
Have to change our name now. Dude.
So
you can edit that out.
I thought
No. No, that's all I'm gonna be thinking about now, though.
That's all I thought about for the past week.
being pansexual is all you've thought about this past week.
No, is that what our name sounds like?
Okay.
We're Panish.
What? Call me dumb. What does pansexual mean?
I think it means you like everything.
Yeah, like nothing has a gender.
Yeah, who knows?
I can't keep up with all of it.
So, anyways, this 2 weeks in a row. It's kind of uncommon.
I know. Yeah, I know. We're doing good.
Hopefully, we keep it up. Now that both of our kids are in school, hopefully we keep it up.
Hallelujah.
But we'll see.
There's like mamas that were crying, dropping off kids in preschool the first day.
And yours were tears of happiness.
High-fived. I was like, what you want to do? Because we have no kids right now.
So we're trying to hide our phones so when the vibrations go off, it don't make a noise. You know, like when you put your phone on a table, it's really loud. So we're trying to be conscious of that. But because right now both of our phones are blowing up, dude. But
it's not fun. Mine's just like stupid notifications about a store that has a coupon. It's nothing important.
So, last week we just kind of talked about random things. This week I got some new cards that kind of prompt us about different stories. I got this for our youth for our campfire event, but I was like, man, that'd be kind of cool to use on our podcast. Because picking a topic is hard too,
Yeah.
But
Paddish?
Yeah, paddish. Probably would have been better than panish, but who knows?
Panish just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, I like it.
You're not Peter Pan, but you're almost there. So you're like Pan-ish.
That's what Brandee thought we meant. And I was like, that makes no sense.
I figured there was something to do with Peter Pan. Honestly, that's all I
mean, we don't make sense half the time. So, I mean, it's possible.
I think it's a wonderful name. It's perfect.
True that. I mean, listen, well, when Bruno Mars texted me, he enjoyed the name change.
Did he?
So I said we stick with it, dude.
Brittany said the same thing. I know she don't text you, but
yeah, that's good though. I'm glad. But so Bruno, Brittany, if you're, I know you're listening. Just know that we value your input. So I'm gonna keep it Panish. So, anyways,
I think we should make it a verb. You should use
painting
in a sentence. No, I didn't say panties.
No, I didn't say panties either.
What? You said panties? I didn't say panties.
I didn't say it. I said panning.
Panning. Oh, yeah.
That's already a verb.
Well, no, I meant like maybe verb's not the right thing. Maybe I need to go back to school.
Verb is what
that girl over there. She's really good at Panish.
Hey, girl, you looking Panish.
Can you teach me how you?
Is that what you need something to describe something?
Yeah.
Or can you teach me how to Panish?
You had to Panish.
All right, anyway.
Dougie. Okay.
Brandee always coming back.
I always have so much fun.
All right.
You can't agree.
All right. Speaking of Britney Spears, tell me about an unexpected animal encounter. Anything? I'll tell you mine first.
I got one.
You got one?
I got one.
All right,
so,
you first.
5th grade, before I had a cell phone, I went to my buddy's lake house with his family. So I had to use a little landline to call my parents, tell them good night, because that's what I had to do. I had flip flops on, and I step outside on the porch and hear a crunch, and I was like, "What the?" Like some bad words went through my head. I looked down, and it's a blue and yellow snake eating a bird.
What?
And I stepped on its head.
The
What?
snake's head or the bird's head? Or both?
Both.
So the snake is eating the bird, and your
Like
foot's
this
on top.
bird's in its mouth. and
Was
I
the
stepped
bird
on
eating the
top.
snake?
No,
No, the snake was eating the bird.
You ever seen a bird eat a snake?
this is Bryce's story. Go
I'm just
ahead.
saying, have you ever seen a bird eat a
Mm-mm.
snake? I bet you eagles do.
Eagles do, I'm sure.
Probably. Yeah, so I heard a crunch, and I was like, I backed off and like slithered away, and I was like, thank goodness I didn't step on the tail because that thing would have whipped around and like it was like pretty poisonous.
Okay, so did it take the bird with it when it left? You probably don't.
I don't think so.
Isn't it amazing sometimes we
I think I
forget,
broke its jaw, so it couldn't.
like, we forget about details in traumatic events, you know? Me and Brandee talked about that earlier, but it was blue and yellow?
Yes, blue and yellow snake.
Man, I didn't know they were like coming colors like that, dude.
I didn't either. That's why I knew it wasn't good.
No, I don't,
Ooh,
I'm sure there's like a color of every snake somewhere.
let me
think so?
see.
probably.
Blue.
I mean, you might not have them all in
and
one
yellow
spot.
Purple snakes?
Yeah, like the iridescent.
Pink snakes? Like hot
Oh
pink?
yeah. The salmon colored ones. That's like a pink.
Is it? No, it's salmon. A
It's
salmon
like the
color.
same. And is salmon pronounced salmon or salmon?
It has
I
an
don't
L
know.
in it.
Yeah, but is the L silent?
No.
I always ask these questions.
Tomato.
Viewers, Brittany and Bruno, can you answer that for me?
They don't.
Yeah.
Actually, it only takes me and Bryce.
Tell Bryce. Text Bryce. Tell him the answer.
Well, Brittany only takes Bryce. If you would have listened to our last podcast, you would know that me and Brittany had some issues. But yeah, Brittany, let us know, man. How do you pronounce it? Should we be taking advice from her?
Yes.
I don't know, man.
She's a free woman.
Not yet.
Finally.
Getting there. Yeah, she is there, I thought.
I don't know.
That took her how
kind
long?
of lost track.
After she stopped texting me, I just like, hey, whatever.
Whatever happens, happens.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. But golden, are there like sparkling cheetah print snakes? That's not the color.
Cheetah print's not a color, it's a pattern.
So one time talking about animal encounters, and this is on my YouTube, but I was at in Tennessee. My grandma had a timeshare there or whatever, and we were staying there, and we were in Gatlinburg, and there were some bears digging through the trash. So I went out there and I was like, man, that's cool. And they started walking the mama bear. It was a mama bear and cubs. And you should be messing with mama bears, right? So it started walking towards me. And it was me, my mom, my grandma, and my little nephew, Ethan, outside on the porch. And I've never seen a bear that up close. I thought it was super cool. So I screamed at it.
You kind of barked at it.
I don't know what I did. I was like, whoa, trying to make it jump.
Bark.
And my mom was like, RJ, don't do that. But then like a couple seconds later, the bear started charging us.
Yeah.
So I straight up pushed my mom out of the way to get him to do it.
This was what, 2 weeks before we got married?
I don't remember. Yeah, that was right
And he
before we
sent me
married.
that video and I was like, I would like to have a groom when I get married.
But I thought me and the bear were cool because all week the bear was in the woods outside of our little timeshare, and we were like on the front is like ground level, but it went down like a steep mountainside. So on the back we had like this porch that had like a 20-foot drop.
Yeah.
So the bear would walk up the back, and I would throw like some bread at it and stuff like that. And I was like, man, me and this bear's cool, you know. I can't believe it charged me like that, dude.
Maybe he was coming to get some more bread.
Oh, it was a she.
Maybe
so-
she was coming to get some more bread.
But charging at me like that?
Yeah, she was excited about that bread.
That was the last piece of bread she ever got.
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't feed her no more, man.
Mm.
I bet she's starving right now.
Mm.
She knows better. All right, animal encounter. Oh, tell me about your horse. Brandee had a horse.
Oh, okay.
What?
Well, yeah, I had him for like a month.
Then we ate him.
No, we didn't. RJ, that's horrible. So his name was Buck. That should have been a red flag
Yeah.
right there. So I had ridden horses a lot when I was younger, but hadn't rid one. And
And when she said she used to ride horses, it was like on a merry-go-round. It was fake horses.
It was
She was like,
not.
yeah, I got this. Same thing, right?
No, I used to ride horses, but they were like old and really well trained. I'd never ridden a horse that wasn't fully broke. Well, Buck's name was named that for a reason. So we had bought a new saddle and I think it pinched him, but then he farted when I was getting
No,
on.
the dogs bit him on the tail.
No, he farted because his tail was
I
up.
remember him farting.
And he bucked me off. Like I was getting on the saddle and
His
getting
own fart
situated.
scared him.
Yes, and he bucked me off and took off running, and I landed like flat and knocked the air out of me. It was a great time. I felt like an old woman for like the next 2 weeks.
It was funny. You remember riding horses out of
Wasn't
Wanata?
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. I like that. Those horses were fun because it was like trail horses.
Yeah.
And if, those who are listening, Bruno, if you've never rode a trail horse, you should hit me up. We'll go riding on the trail one day. But
We don't even like riding trail horses.
I'm down with that.
We did that on our honeymoon.
And we'll talk about that too. But anyways, we at Awanata, the trail horses, when you could take them back to the stables after the day's done, and they go a little bit faster, and you could run them towards the end. And that's really cool. Were you able to do that?
I didn't ride them, but like I remember all of it.
Why didn't you ride them?
I can't remember.
You probably
I think
had
it was
to be an
too
adult
full.
and stay somewhere with some kids.
Yeah, probably.
Are you afraid of horses, Bryce?
No.
Don't lie to me. You ever rode a
No. Yeah. Have you ever watched Yellowstone?
Uh-uh.
I'll get you in the mood to ride a horse, dude. Like all
Really?
cowboys and stuff. Oh yeah.
We
Got some
rode,
graphic scenes, but
like bloody or like nudity or
yeah.
yeah. We
It's an
rode
after hour show.
on our honeymoon, but they fat shamed me. Like I got there and they're
on
like,
the scale.
you had to be like, you can't be more than 250, and I was like 255, and you get on the scale like they have at the carnivals, where like you stand on this big platform and the scale is like huge. It's bigger than you are.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like what they weigh horses with.
that's probably why they had it.
So I had to. So I had to get up there, and for some reason I was like at like 249, and they're like, well, I guess that's okay. And I was like, well, first off, you said 250, so 249 better be okay.
Yeah.
And so I get there, and they gave me like the biggest horse they had. It was
What was his name?
King Kong.
King Kong.
Yeah. And it was this huge horse. And I thought it was cool. So me and Brandee got our horses, and they're like, all right, we're just waiting for this other group, and then we'll get started. Sorry. I don't know if that sound came across. Could you hear that sound? It's a text message on my computer. Anyways. So the other group comes up, and it was a van full of like the Biggest Loser cast is what it seemed like. You get what I'm trying to say?
Big boys.
Like, they were more than 250. They had to have been. And like I get it, dude. I'm chubby, right? I'm fat. Let's just call it like I see it, and it's call it how everyone else sees it. Really, I'm fat. But
they were like big.
Yes, dude. They were like obese, and they didn't even weigh them. They gave them like little ponies.
They were almost like mules or donkeys or something though.
Yes, but I had King Kong.
But they were little. They were way smaller than.
Were their backs like this once they got on?
But the horses grunted when they got on. That horse was like, oh. Nay.
Really, RJ?
Hey, you're gonna get Sally over here. All 30 pounds over the horse is like, nay. I'm sorry.
The knees just buckle. Horse falls.
So that was a fun trail. My horse kept on.
His horse kept trying to eat off of the side of the mountain.
Yeah, we went up the mountain, and it like would stop, and it was like a steep edge. And my saddle wasn't on tight because they had to put in like extra buckles in it because it didn't fit around the horse, and it kept on sliding off. And we went to a river, and it started like pawing at the. What'd you call it? Pawing? They had hooves. Hoofing at the river.
No, I think they call it pawing.
It started splashing at the river on purpose, and the guy looked back, and he's like, hey, let's get your horse going. Come on. And I was like, I don't know how. He's like, when they do that, they're trying to roll over in the river. I was like, can he wait until I get off? He's like, that's what I'm saying. We had an issue with him last time. Come on, let's go. And I was like, what?
Now you tell me.
My man's about to roll over with me in the river. And
His horse was like the rowdy one because it kept biting my horse's butt.
yeah.
And we were on the side of a mountain, and I was like, this is not going to be good because my horse is going to take off running or either kick his horse, and we're both going to go down this mountain. Like,
Yeah.
anyways, it was crazy.
It was bad.
Where'd y'all go?
It was in Tennessee. It was at a state
Oh.
park.
It was
Okay.
it was near Gatlinburg. I tell you, when we lived in South Carolina, we went to Gatlinburg a lot, Pigeon
Mhm.
Forge. We used to go to Dolly.
That's an awesome place. Y'all
Oh,
are
yeah.
closer to it. No, y'all are on the eastern. North
It's about
Carolina.
8 hours away now.
Yeah,
Whew.
we're not really. We're close to the beach, but like other than that, the mountains are not really.
So y'all are close to the beach. So y'all been keeping up with the Murdaugh family?
No, that's the people in Charleston. You don't know anything. We don't watch the news.
If it comes on TV, I don't know about it.
Yeah.
This is like everywhere. It's not just the news.
So what's happening? Tell me about it.
So back in like 2015, this kid was a homosexual and someone beat him to death. And they believe it was the oldest Murdaugh son. But see, Murdaugh's son, there's two of them, Paul and Buster. Their grandpa, great grandpa, and great great grandpa were judiciary people in South Carolina. So it's like the highest rank with law enforcement as far as like, I don't know, they're lawyers and stuff. So they got away with a lot of stuff. Then in 2019, the youngest son, Paul, was 19, and there was him and 5 others on a boat, and he was driving the boat while intoxicated, and it flew them off the boat. He hit somewhere, and one girl went missing, and they found her a week later dead. And like, so they have that on the record. And then their maids like just randomly fell down the stairs and died. Well, the son's trial, Paul, was coming up in June. 2 days before the trial, Paul and the mom were found murdered.
What?
Well, then,
It's an inside job.
because they didn't want to deal with it. Well, then, and like on the 911 call, like I forget what they call it, but like some of the parts are taken out just for safety. But on the manuscript, it says the operator tells the dad who called it in and was like, when the police and stuff get there, put the away. And the blank was 3 letters.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
RAT.
Well, then he was at the, he said he was, he said he was by himself, but on the 911 call, he's talking to someone else on the property.
That's weird.
And then, like a couple weeks ago, dude was found, like the dad, Alec, got shot.
By who?
His drug dealer. Because listen, a couple days ago, he admitted to arranging his own murder so his oldest son, Buster, would get the $10 million insurance policy.
Oh my word!
Oh, yeah. Well, they had the trial.
Opera.
Oh, he had the trial yesterday, and he set like the $20,000 whatever and went back to rehab. So he's not even in jail.
But the dad, you're talking about, right?
Yeah, the dad.
That
So
arranged his own murder
Yeah,
so
and
that his son could have
for
that
insurance fraud.
He got shot and lived.
In the head.
So he arranged his own murder and it didn't even work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
That's crazy.
But now they think that he had a part to do with the son and mom.
Yeah.
And like this whole, it's like the Murdaugh Murder Mystery is a podcast. Highly recommend it. It is crazy.
After you listen to our podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's kind of like the John Benet Ramsey.
Well, they have to listen to ours to figure that one out.
even know about it. Yeah.
True.
That's
It is,
crazy.
it is like
I'm interested in stuff like that, but I don't want to watch it. I just want to hear about it.
like
'Cause
he
if I
was
watch
the
it,
dad.
I can't forget it.
The dad, like there's YouTube videos of the son at the bar before the boat crash. There's them purchasing alcohol at the gas station, and then there's video of them walking to the boat right before they get in the crash.
Mm.
And like Paul, no, this was after they had already drank. They were leaving the bar. 2 of them were getting back on with the other 4. Well, when they crash, Paul starts smiling because the dude, like even the hospital said he was the most arrogant teenager they've ever seen in their life because he knew he could get out. Like the first person he called was his grandpa.
Because he knew, like, if something's wrong, he can get me out of it.
And so he, like the so it was like three guys and their girlfriends, and one of the guys' girlfriends was the one missing, and he's like hysterical crying in the back of the cop car. So you hear in the dash cam audio, and Paul walks by and smiles at him.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Psychos, dude.
Yes.
And then while all of them in the hospital, Paul's dad goes from room to room talking to each of the people that are on the boat, saying like, "Hey, we're gonna figure this out. Don't worry about it," and like talking to each one and stuff.
Probably like, okay, this is what you need to tell the police.
Mhm.
So
That's
we
what
can
he
make sure our
said.
stories match up.
They were taking one of the girls into like the room or something, and they're like, "You need to let her go." And he's like, "I'm just trying to tell her what to say."
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And he admitted that?
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Corrupt, dude.
I'm sorry, a little side note, but yeah, like
Our
our
government.
like the judiciary system is
It's messed up, dude.
Yeah,
Mhm.
It really
corrupted.
is, man. It really is. Like that's just a story we know about.
yeah.
Imagine what else goes on and we
But
don't.
like all this stuff, all this stuff was put away for a while because I mean they never get away with it. But the coroner who did the autopsy on the maid or whatever from several years back asked SLED to reopen the investigation.
Yeah, because you know it's all connected.
Yeah.
Like,
the
there's no
guy
way
who
it's
did the
not.
autopsy asked him.
Yeah. Asked
Really?
SLED to reopen the
You know,
investigation.
SLED's only like a South Carolina thing.
South Carolina Law Enforcement Division.
Yeah, like North.
I've learned
Carolina
that through the
don't have
podcast.
Do what?
I say I only learned that through all this.
Oh, really? Well, I learned it because when we moved to North Carolina, we had our concealed weapons permit, and
There's
I was
no
asking.
no lead.
Yeah, and Nicolade.
Like lead.
And I was
New
asking one of
podcast
my
name. No, I'm
one of
just-
my cop friends. I was like, "Hey, like, will SLED still honor my permit?" And he's like, "Who SLED? What are you talking about?" And he's like, "I guess if you're in South Carolina, they will." I was like, "Well, like, will the SLED in North Carolina honor?" He's like, "We don't have SLED. That's South Carolina law enforcement." And
we
I
were
was
like, what?
"Dude, what?" And I was like,
I
"Y'all
thought
got a
this was
Nicolade?" Yeah, I thought SLED was like Shield, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
That's what I thought. But dude, I'm telling you, it's like all crazy. Like I've gotten into it, and like there's the 911 call like that you hear from. Like they've released all this stuff, and like the podcast name I'm on, like the title of it is, and it's like deals with the boat wreck and everything. Is it doesn't matter who you know.
Dang it, guys, I'm sorry.
Wow.
If you didn't hear that, he said it doesn't matter who you know.
Yeah.
Because of my alarm going off. Oops, to tell me to take my medicine. I haven't taken my medicine. Brandee,
Dab on them.
stop it. Get that under control.
Sorry.
Dab it on them.
All better.
Man.
I can never sneeze just like one time. I always have
You're
to
like Chris.
four.
Chris was the same way.
He would sneeze a bunch too.
Oh my
He did, like
gosh.
he's not alive. He does.
No, Caden does too. Caden sneezes like 80 times.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Mm.
Man. So any other animal encounters?
I mean, I went to Costa Rica and like,
Tell me. I'm gonna take my medicine, but tell the viewers.
Tell me about it. I'm
Tell the
here.
okay, so
I'm
we
a
went to like, it's like this. I don't even know what you call it. It was like you could hike trails, but it was also like a zoo.
Yeah.
And so like I had a toucan sit on my shoulder. It was pretty cool.
What?
And then the last time we went whitewater rafting, and like this was like out in the wilderness. Like we're in the rainforest area of Costa Rica.
There's like,
and
animals, but they're not in pens.
no, they're like
cages.
out.
They're
Like you would
out.
look up and you'd see iguanas and you'd see sloths.
Oh,
oh,
my
yeah.
word. That's crazy.
And like we had fruit, not this not have to do with animals, but like they had fresh fruit that we ate like halfway through, just to take a break. And they just flipped the tube over and got a machete out and started cutting the fruit. And I was like, what if this dang raft pops? Or like, what if the machete like goes wrong? Like, what is going
Right?
on?
That's crazy. And I'm sure there was like no telling what was in the river or water or whatever.
No.
Like alligators, all those snakes that are different colors.
I don't do snakes now. Oof.
Me either. I hate them.
Ugh. Like
hate
I wouldn't pull
them.
my driveway because there's a snake in it. I told my dad to come get it. I felt like a real man at that point.
Well, it's
'Cause we
RJ
had
won't
cats.
kill a bug that's tinier than my pinky, but he'll kill a snake. So
We
don't
had,
let him
like-
give you a hard time.
We had stray cats because like this was at our old house because I mean we lived out in the country, so like rats and stuff. I mean
Yes.
the cats kept him under control, and it was just pawing at the snake, playing with it. And I was like, "Get this crap out of here, cat! Like this is your job. Do it.
Do it. Get rid of the snake.
Yeah. Oh,
That's crazy.
God.
I hate snakes too. So
Oh,
when I
spiders.
went to Indonesia, I got to ride an elephant around a zoo, kind of like what you're talking about. But the other animals were in cages, but it wasn't like, like how in America we have a lot of room between where the people are and the animals. No,
And there's like 2 cages.
it wasn't. It was like a big like wire, or not wire, but like a big metal cage. But the lion could like stick his paw out, like if you got close enough.
Did you dap him up?
No, I was on the elephant, and I love
Did the elephant
elephants,
dap
so it
him
was
up?
my favorite thing. But we got to walk through the whole zoo on the back of an elephant. That was cool.
Speaking of that, I had one that it was fun. We went to Israel. I mean, no.
An animal encounter.
So in Israel, I mean, you would see people like they rode donkeys and camels just everywhere. Like it wasn't uncommon. And so our tour guide, we were on the bus, and he was like, "Hey, you want to ride a camel?" I was like, "Yeah, why not?" And so I figured like we'd go to some place. We pull in a hotel parking lot. He was like, "Yeah, a friend of mine is always here." And he paid $5, and this dude had a camel. we rode a camel for $5.
Just randomly, like
A random dude.
hey,
And
let's
he
go to
wasn't-
the Walmart parking lot. He hangs
He's
out
like, hold
there.
on, let me call Ishmael.
And I'm gonna show you a picture, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Like this dude wasn't from Israel.
Well, how do you know?
Hilarious.
How do you know?
Hold on.
Are you sure? People in Israel could be many colors.
Yeah, but like you'll see. Hold on.
You
Where
know,
are my pictures at?
it's a melting pot, Israel is, of different cultures.
I thought that was America.
It's a lot of places, to be honest. Dubai, America. Dubai is pretty cool, man.
Also, look who I ran into when I was at the last hotel.
Who's that?
You know
Oh,
who that is.
not-
Yeah, randomly in Israel.
In Israel, like, I'm halfway around the world. Hey, dude, how's it going? See you all the
One of
time.
your college professors. Yeah, he takes a group to Israel, I think.
All right, so the guy is holding this. Yeah, he's from Israel, huh?
He might be, bro. He's just Israel gets a lot of. Nah, man, that man's from.
Where's he from?
There's no way.
Did he talk with the Israeli accent or?
And I don't remember.
Oh, so he talked with like a African accent.
It was some kind of accent. I don't know. It was, but like it was enough for like when I saw him, I said, and the Campbell's name was Sam. So, and that's the owner. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. You just put a couple things together, and you're just like, eh.
I have to go use the bathroom. I'm bouncing my leg. I'll be back.
My goodness, dude. Yeah, she does that. That's how I know when she has to use the bathroom. She'll like bounce the leg. She'll be in the car, and it bounces the whole car. And I'm like, stop! Like she's not just bouncing it. She's like kicking the floor, dude. Just go use the bathroom, and she'll do it for like an hour. And I'm like, do you have to use the bathroom? Oh, yeah. I'm like, do I have to remind
Oh yeah,
you? Do you have to use the bathroom? I don't have to be reminded. I have an issue. Like, I have OCD, like clinically OCD. Like, I have to take medicine for it and stuff. And it's like OCD is more than just people organizing things. Like, it gets a bad rap like that. But anyways,
It's
one
like
of my tics. What? It's like what?
it's like sometimes like you do something like, oh, I got to do it again to make sure it's an even number.
So
I do that. I do that
my,
sometimes.
I just took my medicine and I put it in my mouth and I spit it back out because I
You
had
gotta
to
put the
double
drink
count
in.
it. Yeah. Just
Dude,
now.
I do that too.
Just now. But
I was in bed last night and I was like, dang, I didn't do my routine. I didn't put mouthwash in. And so I got out of bed. I was about to fall asleep and put mouthwash.
yeah. Well,
I had to do it.
Anytime we're about to leave somewhere for like more than, and I know I'm not going to be close to a bathroom for more than 20 minutes, I'll go use the bathroom.
We almost missed a plane in an airport because of that.
We did? What plane?
Going to Honduras.
Because I had to pee?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that.
We were like, we had to get into our gate at a certain time. And he's like, I'm sorry, guys, but I've got to use the bathroom before we can go. And he had just used it like 5 minutes before. There's no way.
You got that
he was
anxious
about to
bladder.
die. Yeah, his bladder must be like the size of a green.
We have in my family we have the Keeley bladder. I don't got it yet, but like my brother, every time before we eat, he just disappears. And I'm like, damn it, like he's in the bathroom, like he's peeing, like he waits until we're about to eat. And like my grandma
waits until I'm cleaning the house to have to use the bathroom.
Gotta do.
And it conveniently always takes a few hours. About how long it takes to clean the house. Almost always.
Well, in my defense, anytime I got to do that, it takes a while. I got to look at all the TikToks Bryce sent me.
Mhm.
Then I got to send him some TikToks.
Mhm.
And it just takes a minute, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Whenever we send each other TikToks, it's either we're just scrolling through or we're pooping.
Yeah. And we're pretty synced up sometimes.
Mhm.
On our
We'll send each other. We really are. It's crazy.
I'm telling you.
You are hilarious.
Like we said at one time, we sent messages
It's
on
like-
TikTok, and he was like, "Are you pooping?" I said, "Yeah." Are you? And he said, "Yeah."
That's how you know y'all are best friends.
Absolutely.
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah. I mean, that's how we do it, dude.
So what's the next story card?
Yeah.
Let's leave that one for next time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
How long have we been recording? Whoa, with my speech. Have ordered it. Oh man. Yeah, I have speech issues too.
How long have we been
It
recording?
doesn't say. So I'm recording on my laptop, not in my office.
Hold on. Let me see something.
You see it.
You sent it at
Oh yeah, I sent you that thing.
11:34,
Oh yeah.
but you didn't record right away.
So we've probably been recording over 30 minutes.
Mhm,
So that's a good, place to stop usually. Don't want to go over an hour.
Leave people wanting more.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So animal encounters. That's the name of this episode. Unexpected animal encounters.
Animal counters and murder.
Yeah.
Yes. And to put those together, I want to go swimming with killer whales one day.
But are they really?
And that's
kill?
our show, guys.